membership registration starting today. So, to register, please visit climbing.org.ph/membership. Thank you.
Hindi nga ako Scotty. I mean, technically Scotty member ako pero wala akong alam.
So, okay. Nagpo-focus pa sila. So, I will start asking random people in the audience and maybe some of the setters here. Just a little quick chat. So, excuse me. Hello, sorry. I would like to ask Sir Ponchay Ditay Song from the Philippines. Just wanna catch up with you. It's been a long, long time. I haven't seen you in forever. Kamusta ka na? Kamusta ka na?
Bakit?
Wow, you answer a question with a question. Really, the best answer ever. Please, kamusta yung problem so far ay dun sa qualies? How did you feel about the qualies?
Thank you. Medyo hard. Ewan. Hard.
I felt that. I felt the stress with that. But thank you. I hope you rest up later tonight and prepare yourself for tomorrow because the semifinals for the men's category will happen tomorrow morning here, same time. So good luck, GG. GLHF. All right, anyone else? All right. So, here I go again, asking Mr. Noel Kabawatan.
Wait,
Hi.
before Ikay continues her interview, sorry. It's now 5, so there will be an additional 10 minutes before the competition starts.
Ayan, more
Thank you.
delay, more chika. So, hello, back at again. Oh my gosh, all right, busy ka pa pala. Bye. Oh my God. Ikaw na nga, Tax, go. Maybe your turn to find someone to have a chat with.
So, beside Mr. Ponchai here is the coach of the Japanese team, Mr. Hiroshi Yasue. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. Mm, この携帯、タブレットは何のためにですか？
これは後で上りを見直すために使ってます。
Okay, so the coach mentioned that they're recording the performance of the Japanese team so that they can review it later
Yes, feedback for
and give feedback to them
yeah.
afterwards. Oh. Right. Sorry, 機体を添いますか？機体を添いますか？添いますか？ To me? はい。Did the competition meet your expectations?
Yes, of course. So our athlete maybe
I'm sorry, it is? What did you say? It is?
No.
Okay.
It was? Mo ikaw.
it was very good question.
Okay.
So of course we are coach. So coach expectation. So very important things, and maybe so our athlete we can watching the good performance. Yeah, I think so.
Thank you very much, Coach Hiroshi. And now, okay. As you can see, we are almost ready as most of the problems have been set. Um, Let us find more people to talk to, Ikai.
Okay. So, I should start hunting for people I could bug and bully to ask some questions as to how they're feeling today in Asian Cup 2022. Oh, it's Mio. Hi, Mio Gomez from the Philippines. How are you doing today, sir?
Good, good.
Okay, okay. And what did you think of the problems that were given to you this qualifying round?
Very nice problems.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, very palm sweaty, knees weak, arms heavy. That is what I was feeling at that moment, watching you guys perform and get past the cruxes of those problems. So, thank you so much. Hope to see you tomorrow morning on the semis. Ayan. And again, Mio Gomez from the Philippines. Ayan. All right. Anyone else? Do we got time? Do we got time?
I guess it was not announced to the audience live, but we also have the streaming group here. We have Beato, and who is your partner for? We have James here, and they will be commentating for the online stream. Hello. I guess let's ask them some stuff. Offline. Are you offline? Okay, so how are you finding the competition?
It's very exciting. It's so nice to see climbers from around Asia compete here. And it's so nice to have an international event right here in Beehive, Makati.
How about the, how's the chat? Or is there a live stream, a live feed with the chat, or no?
There's a live stream, but I don't see any chat comments. Maybe if people want, they can comment, and if I have time, I'll like read out stuff. So if anyone watching wants to like, I don't know, say some stuff, if it's not like bad words or anything, I'm gonna maybe say it on air.
All right, there you go. Okay. Thank you, streaming team. Good luck to the two of you. And I will be returning back to Ikai.
Check, check. All right. And we are back together again here at the main stage of the Asian Bouldering Cup 2022. So, in the meantime, while everyone is waiting, please enjoy the route setting wonder here. And again, 4 walls are now set
Yes.
properly for the semifinals tonight.
So I guess now would be a nice time to explain the rules for this round. Right? Okay, so for this round, the stakes of this round are going to be a bit higher because only the top 6 in this round will make it to the finals.
Yes, indeed.
The format will be similar. Instead, as Ikai mentioned earlier, there are only 4 walls. They're given 5 minutes each to climb the walls. And based on how well they perform today, they may or may not make it into the finals tomorrow.
For the finals, we will be looking for the top 6 of each category to compete tomorrow afternoon. All right? So it's like beyond intense right now. So, it's still in the same format of finishing the problem with the least amount of attempts. All right. And again, it's a mix of different. It's a mix where you play with your strengths depending on power, technique, and maybe a compression skill. Let's see how it goes, though. It's a lot of things right there. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the semis later today. Okay, and sit back and relax a bit. But for those that are still feeling hungry or thirsty, I suggest you guys go pick up something, a snack, somewhere here close by. There are many restaurants and cafes where you can get yourself a treat and come back quickly. Okay, so see you in a little bit.
And I guess before we begin, let us give a round of applause to our very busy setters. Woo! Let's go setters, say hi. Setters, no, not busy, say hi, wave. Okay. Hello, and thank you. Thank you for creating these wonderful problems for the competition.
So what? Ay, okay, ikot na tayo.
Okay, we are about to begin. They have finished finalizing the routes, and we will begin shortly. We're on camera.
Hi, ma. Hold on, I would like to acknowledge the presence of our Red Bull crew coming in. They are a duet carrying a backpack that looks just like a Red Bull can. I think you are provided with drinks from them if you go chat up with them a bit. They're just there by in the streaming booth. Oh, and they just left. They went back into the isolation area. But they'll be roaming around as much. If you want any Red Bull for keeps, just go and ask them. All right, so we'll be starting in a few moments.
So we will begin in around a minute. So everyone, get ready. And we will see some excellent climbing. And with us here, by the way, the ones sitting down beside us are the judges. So they are the ones who record the scores of all the competitors. And each wall has their own judge. Sure. Ay, sige, first climber. Ito na yata eh. All right, we are about to begin.
All right. Okay, so we're back. We're assuming today's events, and we are starting out with our first competitor coming in. It's Jamie Nang from the Philippines. Okay. Ayun, okay. So as you can... as you can... Hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
All right. So
As you
we
can
are back.
see here.
We are back at Beehive here for the IFSC Asian Cup. Right now, the women's boulder semifinals is underway, and I'm here with a new co-host or a new co-commentator, James Sia.
Hello, everyone. Glad to be here.
He's a regular climber here at Beehive, who's a pretty strong climber. So we hope to get some good inputs from Mr. Sia today. So right now we have our first athlete climbing, Jamie Nung, bib number 12, and she's starting out with women's 1, W1. Looks like a pretty tricky start.
Very pockety problem.
Yeah, essentially you need to start in those two volumes that are kind of on differently angled planes. So yeah, you do need to have complete control of the start holds.
Good start.
Yeah, for the start to be deemed legal. So it's trickier than it looks because
Yeah.
the holds are angled, the volumes are angled a bit downward, so they're slippery.
I feel like the setters gave us that extra challenge by putting some start holds on the bottom instead of just straight to the pocket, right?
That's right, that's right. So Jamie has to find the right balance, the right placement, the right foot placement, so she can move on to taking the next pocket. So very nice. She stabilizes on the start holds. Now the next thing she needs to do is get that pocket. So it's tricky because when she reaches over to the pocket, if she doesn't have good positioning on her feet, the wall is going to spit her out because she needs to move a bit outwards when reaching for the pocket.
Oh, she's trying a different approach now. Oh. Facing the crowd now.
Oh, I think that looks better.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
She gets the first hold, now needs to reach for the next pocket.
Oh.
So I think it's a bit of a coordination move. Do you
Yeah.
think that she needs to turn around and then take it with her left hand?
I think so. And cut loose off after that, right?
Right. It's very heavy.
Campus to the next problem. It seems like a...
Yeah, on the pocket with
Yeah.
one hand. So if your fingers are not strong enough here, you can end up popping a pulley. So we would know that because both your commentators today have popped pulleys
Yes.
on these exact holds.
So as far as I know, Jamie is one of the newest members of the Philippine team, right?
Oh, actually, she did mention in her interview for us to point out that she's
Yeah.
not part of the Philippine
Oh, she's
climbing
not.
team. She's just doing this for the experience.
I see. But I know she's mainly a lead climber.
Yeah, she climbs mostly at Centro Atletico, which is a lead climbing gym.
Yes.
Very, very good lead climbing. And, no, sorry, not lead climbing, but top rope.
Top rope climbing.
Yeah.
So she might be like struggling with these unusual positions that bouldering offers.
Yeah, especially the new school moves. But she has been climbing at Beehive for the last month to kind of sharpen her new school moves.
Yeah.
She's refining or changing her beta again, so she's facing forward. I do think that her previous beta was better though. I think that is the
The face the
expected
crowd
move.
beta.
Yeah.
Yes. She just has enough time to make it to the zone.
Ah. And that is time. So the marshals or the brushers, I don't know what you actually call them, but I think they're called brushers, or brushing the holds, brushing the volumes so that it's not as slippery for the next climber.
Hey, here comes Sarah Aquino.
Sarah Gomez, number 18 for women's semifinals, number 1. So typically, before you start out climbing, you have to read the route. She did a pretty quick job there of reading the route. Oh, so she gets the face the crowd start right away. Very nicely held.
Oh, there. Oh,
It's a very wide position
yeah.
for these
She managed
women to be in.
to get her hand in the pocket, but not stabilize her position.
Yeah.
That's a strong start, though. It's farther than what Jamie got
Yeah.
during her whole attempt.
So this route, this pink route actually looks quite campusy. I'm not sure if like the setters intended the beta to be without feet. I'm quite excited to see how these athletes figure out the next section on the way to the zone. So we have Sarah's husband, Mio Gomez, near the booth,
Yeah.
taking
Very
pictures
supportive
of his lovely
husband.
wife. Very supportive husband.
Telling us not to talk trash about her.
So I think with women climbers or women athletes today not having that huge of a span, holding the position between the two pockets is quite stressful,
Yes.
especially if you're a shorter climber. So maybe some will use their momentum to progress through the next section of this climb.
Oh.
Something to note about these pink holds, they look like volcanoes, but the outside of the volcano is actually very slippery.
Yeah.
They're dual texture holds,
Yes.
and the nice part of the hold that has friction is inside the volcano.
And at most, you can only fit around 2 to 3 fingers inside these holds.
Exactly.
Generally, the smaller climbers are able to fit 3. So that's kind of the trade-off between being able to reach the further hold and being able to fit more fingers in.
Exactly. So we have 2 minutes on the clock for Sarah Gomez. She needs to figure out how she's going to do this powerful section here. There, she's going for the face the crowd beta. Going for an ooh.
See, based on my experience of like when I see new climbers especially trying, it's usually the women who are more reluctant to do some sort of campusing beta, you know?
Yeah, 'cause I think naturally their physicality is
Yes.
less. They develop less muscle than
So it's only at
males.
these higher levels where they're really pushed to like explore these campus betas.
right.
Oh, it seems like she's having an issue with her finger.
Yeah, and those pockets are really tough on the fingers. The crowd is cheering for Sarah.
That's it.
Nice, and she gets the left hand pocket. Oh, she's trying to put her toe inside the right hand pocket.
Yeah.
Oh, gotta be careful not to shock load those fingers.
It's really hard to use your feet on those pockets. As Beata said earlier, the outsides are very slippery. So she can put her foot inside the hole, but there's not much space given that her finger's already there.
Yeah, so it's either she doesn't use her feet or she does like a piano kind of movement to remove her fingers slowly and stab the toe inside the pink volcano hole.
Even then, that's not a very great foothold. So
Exactly. Next up, we have Lisa Vidal from Cebu. So she's 18, has been climbing for quite a while. But again, sadly, the Cebu gym has closed. So they have been training outdoors for this competition. It's pretty crazy. Solely training outdoors or mostly training outdoors for a indoor competition. But it just shows you the grit of these athletes.
yes. Do you climb outdoors, Beata?
Yes, I do.
You do? How do you think the outdoor climbing translates into competition bouldering?
I think it's very different. There's a lot of these holes you never find outdoors.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of holes outdoors that you don't find indoors as well. So you kind of have to train specifically for what you want to get good at.
Okay.
Here we have Jamie Nung on women's. What is this?
Men's two?
So this problem. All right, back to
Wow.
Lisa. Very nice.
A new approach by sorry,
Lisa
what's-
Vidal. Lisa Vidal.
Lisa Vidal.
So they're struggling getting to the next section. So this is a bit. This section of the wall is slightly overhung.
It doesn't look like it, but it does lean back significantly.
Yeah.
Which means you always have to keep tension. Even though it looks like they're standing still, there's a lot of tension with the hands just to keep you from falling backwards.
Exactly. You have to tighten your core to make sure your legs don't pop off.
Compared to women's one, this looks like a powerful problem where you gotta jump and catch the volume
Right.
and keep your swing in check in order to get back to the wall.
And those holds aren't great. They're just
They're-
volumes with
they're
no
not,
holds.
Yeah.
Unless there's a hole there we can't see behind the gray volume on the blue one. So Lisa Vidal, trying a different move to get her left.
Wow.
And she switches her
Do you
hand.
see that switch? I don't see that move often where you
It's like a dead point kind of switch.
yeah.
And she's using a heel. That's very interesting choice of beta.
But feels like it's not working out. She might just go for it.
Yeah. Very
That's
hard
it.
to do it from that position
That's it.
though.
Oh, she's trying to go for a match.
Wow, very nice.
Oh.
Oh. Yeah, so this does look like a
It is-
360
yeah,
kind of
360 campus problem. Always great to watch, but when you're on the wall, your fingers would be screaming at that point.
Jamie Nung going for the volume on the right.
Oh, she tried to go for a mantle with her left hand
Right.
while catching. I wonder if that's how the setters intended that to be.
Lisa Vidal.
That
Pound.
dead point matching it's something else. I could watch it all day.
She's trying to get the side of the volume with her left so she can put her right hand
It
inside
looks
the
like
pocket.
her left foot hit the ground, so she needs to start over.
Yeah, we call that a dab. I guess in IFSC rules means you need
Yeah.
to start over again.
Yeah. Well, I learned something earlier. Apparently, during the coaching workshop, they said if your foot sweeps the ground but doesn't like put any weight, you can still keep going.
Oh, that's not a okay.
Yeah,
It's
so
not a dab.
it's only when your foot like puts weight down where that's
you're
a-
yeah. You have to start over.
yeah.
Oh, there. Ika is explaining it right now. The term is load bearing. So, Lisa going for the next
For the
pocket.
volume. She looks like she's going for the
Oh,
volume. To,
Oh, wow.
It's a double catch. Jamie seems to be struggling with this dynamic catch.
Yeah, the way they position those volumes are really tricky. So a while ago, Christoph was saying that usually in these kinds of competitions, the hardest problems are set in the semifinals and not the finals,
Hmm.
because it's what they use to cut most of the people out, out of the list of athletes.
Yeah.
And the finals are more designed to be crowd pleasers,
That makes sense.
where usually you compete to have the least amount of attempts, but mostly you can top the boulders, and they're just aesthetically pleasing,
Yeah.
or they're like
That makes sense because
coordination.
with the finals routes, it's only one competitor at a time, right? So
Yeah.
all eyes are on that competitor, and it wouldn't look that great if the competitor would have a hard time even starting the problem.
Exactly. Needs to be entertaining.
Yes.
Here we have Marga Luna, bib number 8 on women's 1. And we have number 18,
Sarah.
Sarah on women's 2. Sarah Gomez going for the start. Pretty quick to read. Good route reading skills, I guess. Going for a different
Going for a
beta.
static beta.
That is an interesting choice. So for that to be positive, she needs to go to the right. It becomes a side pull. Oh, and Marga reads the beta, the face the crowd kind of beta. It's very slippery though.
But unlike the other competitors, she's putting 2 hands on the left side and 2 feet on the right.
Right.
Whereas the others are doing 1 hand and 1 foot each. Oh, it looks like she's going for that now, realizing that's a better beta.
Let's see. Oh, very
there we
nice
go.
catch. Beautiful catch. Nice recovery. And she's going to try to put her... Wow.
Okay.
Very slippery, the top of those volcanoes. Very hard to put a heel on it
Yeah.
without a ton of
Seems
pressure.
like everyone's been trying to get a right foot to support their left hand in the pocket, but none of it has been working out so far.
Yeah, I really think it might really be a campus problem.
As far as I've known, as long as I've known Marga, she's always been the one who's more comfortable doing dynamic moves. Given that she's one of the shorter climbers,
Right.
she's had to get used to being more dynamic in order to compensate for
The height and the
Yeah.
reach disadvantage.
Hopefully that plays to her advantage in this problem.
Marga going for another attempt. Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. And she's going to try
Still?
to really put that heel in. Going to put that heel in. Oh, it's very hard. Very hard on the fingers.
Yeah. If I had to guess, her next attempt would be a campus now. It feels like she's tried her different options on that foothold or potential foothold, and none of it seems to be working out.
Sarah going for another go on women's 2.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
She's opting for the more dynamic move now.
Yeah, just like Jamie a while ago. These problems just got upgraded. They look they look way more difficult, or at least more difficult than the qualifying rounds.
Oh, still going for the heel.
Ooh.
Okay. For those who don't know, we've been using the word campus a lot earlier, and that basically means climbing without using your feet. To be able to do that on this problem needs significant finger strength to be able to hold on to the pockets.
Exactly. The word campusing comes from Wolfgang Gulich, so really legendary climber from Germany who created the campus board. and it's called a campus board because he essentially installed wooden planks in his campus somewhere in Germany, and he just started climbing those wooden planks.
Climbing trivia.
called
You learn something
campusing.
new every day.
Climbing nerd alert. Sarah is struggling to figure out this beta right here. If I were to guess, you need to catch that with two hands. Marga trying her heel beta again, but I think very
Manages
nice.
to stick the volume.
Oh, very good attempt. Great attempt from Marga Luna.
Seems like no one's been able to get to the zone in the last two problems.
Let's see. Let's see. So, women's 3 looks very interesting. It's this is as Christoph was mentioning, it's just a slight slab. I think it's like 2 degrees or something. So it's kind of vertical, which makes it way more difficult than a less inclined slab. So right now we have Jamie Nung, number 12, climbing women's 3. We have Soy Shin from Team Singapore trying out women's 1.
Our Singaporean climber on wall 1 is So Ishin. And on wall 2 is Lisa Vidal. And wall
Nice start
3
from Soy.
now from
Looks balanced, but she's electing to face the wall instead of face away from the wall. And she gets it. Very good core tension to keep her on.
The way she twisted her knees to the other side to maintain her balance. That's great body awareness.
Very good
Let's see
body
how
awareness.
she approaches this section.
Okay, so same as Marga, but I think she knows
She's
it's supposed
going
to be a campus.
Okay, she's going for it.
She knows
Not
it's supposed
trying
to
to
be
use
a
her
campus.
feet in this section.
Very nice. Using the side of that volume for more for a, very nice.
okay.
She will get the zone here. Now she just needs to maintain control.
Yeah, that's why they're competitors and not us, because we didn't even think about doing that. Making quick work of this problem.
Very
Okay.
nice. Beautifully done. She's on to the second to the
Opting
last
not
hold.
to use one of the pockets even.
Very
Getting that
nice
heel
heel
up.
hook. Wow. And the top.
Strong
That was a
finish.
flash for Soy Shin. 16 years old and very, very promising
Showing us
climber.
how it's done right there.
We have Lisa Vidal, number 14 in women's 2. And she's going for a left hand catch for that volume.
While maintaining her right hand on that starting hold. Maybe
Yeah.
a double.
It looks like a
tension there.
huge swing out though.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, Jamie making some progress on women's 3, the slab. So the next foothold is really tricky on the right. That looks like a dual texture jib that's super small.
But this seems like we're more. Jamie is more comfortable in, as she again is a lead climber, which
Yep.
involves often very top rope climber, which involves very static movements most of the time.
Exactly. This should be within her wheelhouse. Lisa Vidal still working on women's 2. Yun na yung max. So a quick shout out to the Sad Boys bouldering group. I think they're watching the stream right now.
How many viewers do we have right now?
Not sure.
161.
161 viewers.
Okay, Jamie Nung working up the boulder. So that is not a great hold, but it is a slight slab with I think 2 degrees of decline. So she needs to keep her balance on her right foot, reach for the zone, and then maybe cross over with her left foot. It looks very, very tricky. Very, very tricky. Nice. Lisa Vidal getting the zone. So Jamie just needs to match.
All right, competitor from Hong Kong.
Chung Yen Ching, number 11 on women's 1, and Sarah Aquino on, Sarah Gomez on women's 3.
Sizing up the problem.
So Demi Chung, she's one of our, or I think the youngest competitor here right now. It's very strong. So reaching up for that pocket from an interesting position. She's the first climber we've seen to use this beta. Very nicely done.
Thinking about her next move right now. Opts to go for a campus. No?
Ah, very interesting.
Very interesting.
Leading with her
beta.
feet.
Great use of her feet here. And she sticks it.
Very nice.
Reaching the
Gets
zone
the
in
zone.
her first attempt.
Nice. Just needs to latch that lip. Wow.
Very solid catch there.
Solid heel hook. Keeps her from swinging out of the wall as she latches that
Getting
lip.
a quick break and shake off before attempting the last move. Wow.
Oh, nice. Goes for the heel. The crowd is going wild, shouting in support for Demi. Demi Chung.
Goes for a hard lock off.
Wow.
All four
Very
limbs
nice
on that,
rest.
on that hold right
Very
now.
nice bat hang rest.
The amazing endurance she has to stay on this hold for that long.
Exactly.
Shaking off. For the viewers at home, that is called a bat hang position, where both feet are toe hooking on a hold, in like an almost upside down position, like a bat would hang, basically.
Yeah, it's used to take weight off the hands or navigate particularly tricky sections where you need your hands elsewhere.
But in this situation, she's using it as a resting position. Now she's doing
Wow.
what's called.
She's trying to do a figure four, I think.
Yeah, a figure four, it looks like.
Beautiful.
That's called a figure four. Let's see if it works for this position.
I think with her span, she can just about reach it, but
She does not want to give up this attempt. She's been on the wall for almost 3 minutes. That is amazing.
oh, great attempt by Lisa.
The fight in these competitors is next level.
Sorry, Demi.
We're back to Marga. Would you know if she's made the zone or even the catch even?
No, from our vantage point, I can't see women's two.
And here we can see Sarah touching the zone.
She just needs to stabilize for it to be counted.
All right, that looks like. Oh,
Foot pops off of that
I think that is
small
counted
chip.
as zone though, right? Because she was able to hold that in a
No, I
stable-
think she needs to keep it in control. I don't think that was considered in control. Well, you can go and check out like the live statistics, the live scoring. You can check it out at ifsc.results.info. Well, Sarah did get the zone for women's three.
She did get the zone.
She did.
Ooh, making quick work of that first move.
Very nice
Already at the
climbing for
zone.
Soy.
Using
And
her
then-
knee. Liana on women number one.
And Soy gets the top. Soy has flashed both boulders, or two boulders so far out of the four. It's very strong. Oh, wait. Let me see. Oh, there we go. Yes, two flashes. So we have three climbers right now on the wall. Jamie Nung on women's 4, Liana Mora on women's 1.
Giving
And
us the first look of women's 4.
yep.
The start seems to be sort of like a stand-up push-up position where you need to maintain tension to not fall backwards.
While they're brushing, I will probably drop in a random tidbit when it comes to climbing. So, I don't think with bouldering, there would be moments where you're definitely doing a very, very solid press on certain movements.
So we have Liana Mora on women's 1,
Is helping you pull and push.
getting the first pocket, facing the crowd.
So you'll notice some of their expressions are really
She's trying to use her left on that first pocket.
Oh, she's matching the pocket with both hands.
Yeah.
Looks like she's gonna go for a.
She's trying the same bait of putting her heel inside that hold, but I don't think the heel can fit inside unless she removes all of her fingers. But I think the space of that hold is more suited for the toe end of the shoe. Lisa Vidal on women's 3, making her way up the slab. Foot pops off that jib. Okay, Liana gets the second pocket.
You might be wondering why
Jamie starting out on women's 4. Looks like a tough compression kind of problem where you have to push up on the top of the wall while keeping a lot of pressure on your feet. A lot of core tension so you can move to the left.
Lisa Vidal struggling to make use of that.
Oh, nice. And Liana is doing the campus move. She's trying to get the zone with her toe. So currently active climbing is Lisa Vidal. Trying to navigate that tricky section, but yeah, time runs out.
But she got the zone earlier, so now she's 2 zones in out of 3.
Yeah, Lisa got zones for women's 2 and women's 3. So currently at number 1 we have Seoyi with 2 flashes, but we have yet to see the rest of the competitors come out. Okay, we have Marga Luna on women's 3 and
CQ?
CQ
CQ.
or Fira. Her nickname is Fira from Team Hong Kong. On women's 1,
Sarah and Margot already starting out on these problems, while Fira is reading the route.
nice balance shown by Fira.
A slow and steady start, unlike our other competitors who opted for a more dynamic.
Okay, nice catch. Oh, holding the side of the volume, and I think she wants to put her right hand probably inside the pocket.
Jumps back onto the start hold.
Yeah, she's resetting so she doesn't waste the attempt. I think she's trying to go for a flash. Well, for sure she is. We have Yen Ching or Demi on women's 2.
Going for a more static approach, not jumping towards the volume, but holding the left and trying to get the right in a Gaston position.
Nice. A zone for Fira.
Interesting, it looks like none of the competitors have used that pocket on the left yet.
They go straight to the right
they all
pocket.
seem to like the zone hold and go straight to the pocket on the right.
I think sometimes route setters add additional holds to confuse climbers. Yeah, it looks kind of too far to use unless you have quite a large wingspan. Nice start by Marga. That foothold is very slippery.
Fira slightly struggling with the start position.
Very tricky start to that problem.
Soy Shin exploring the different betas. It seems like this is the one that's going to work for her, but
Crowd is cheering them on.
Fira
Very
back
nice.
at the zone. She has 30 seconds left to make it to the top.
Just missed the pocket.
This is the pocket. Okay. Doesn't look like there's enough time. And the competitors make their way back. And Sarah trying to go for one last attempt. And
Okay, we have our brushers coming out. Our brushing the hold so that they're not slippery for the next competitors.
hey, Liana in women's number 2.
We have Ileana Mora and Jo Ala on women's 1. And Suo Yi Shin on women's 3.
Soy Shin already making her way towards the zone.
She sticks that slippery foothold.
Goes for a foot first attempt. And she gets a pinch.
Very nice.
Oh,
Very difficult to transition to that that pinch over there.
gets a zone on her first attempt, but does not get the flash. Liana going for the move.
Our competitors taking a beat, and Jo Ala going for women's 1. Swai looking composed.
Wow.
Ooh. Jo Ala.
Joanne going for the volume instead of the pocket.
We've seen a lot of competitors try that heel move, but it hasn't really worked out. I think eventually they figure out they need to campus it.
It seems like no one's been able to make it past the zone on the women's three yet.
Yeah, a lot of problems set on the slab have been quite difficult.
Yeah.
I think we've seen in women's qualies and men's qualies as well. So the thing with slabs is usually it requires a lot more delicate climbing to put more weight on your feet. There's more balance involved, and you can't really do big jerky movements. Everything has to kind of be smooth, and you have to keep your weight distribution in mind, and a lot of the weight on your toes, because those footholds aren't that great, and if you don't have a lot of weight on them, they'll just pop off. Your foot will just pop off. Joala's trying to grab the side of that volume for women's one. But it's kind of far. It's kind of far for a wingspan. Very nice.
Okay, 20 seconds left on the clock, and looks like Soyi Shin will make her way back.
Yeah, she's conserving her energy. There's two more, or sorry, for Soyi, one more problem.
One more problem left.
Okay, we'll have a new set of climbers coming out. So far, we haven't seen a top yet on 4.
And 3, I think.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, women's 3 and 4 have proven to be quite difficult so far.
For their first climb here in the semifinals is Miss Nick Tejares from the Philippines.
Mick Tejares on women's 1.
Wall 2 is Kira Tsui from Hong Kong. Wall 3, Demi Chung. And on wall 4 is
Number 11,
Luna from the Philippines.
Demi Chung on women's 3. Looking comfortable on that terrible foothold. Demi's going for a switch. Very nice switch foot.
Demi making her way to the zone. Gets it on her first attempt.
Yes, that is a terrible foothold for her right. Keeps on popping off. Meanwhile, we have Mick Tejares in women's 1. Nicely getting
the good
across.
foothold.
She actually got to use that pocket as a foothold, and she gets the
Okay,
zone.
got the zone on her
Very
first attempt.
nice.
Wow, Demi almost making it past the zone. Nick finally using that pocket that no one's been using.
Yeah, let's see if she can actually reach the other pocket. It looks quite stretched out.
But she is the first competitor to be able to put her foot in the pocket on
Right.
the first hold.
That is true.
So it is
Viable
a viable beta, yes.
Demi Chung going for another attempt.
And I guess that's what's so great about climbing, right? It's you can have different approaches to a single problem. And it really depends on like what is best for you and your body and your style.
Exactly. Taller climbers, shorter climbers, there are different betas that work better for them. The nice thing is that climbing is for every body type. There's just a different way to do things. Mick Tejares Going for the right
second-
pocket, but the heel pops off on the volume. She needs to keep a lot of pressure there.
It seems like most competitors have decided that the zone hold is better than the next
Than
pocket.
the next pocket. It is a large jug. Demi Chung trying to move past the zone and takes a big spill. It's a very good attempt. Someone in the chat has asked what beta means.
What is beta?
Yeah, so beta or beta is kind of like your plan of how you're going to climb a route. So it kind of involves the steps or the movements you're going to do on the wall. For example, put your foot here, put your hand here.
It's kind of a broad term. Sometimes
Yeah.
it refers to the sequence of moves you do. Sometimes it refers to a single move or a single like hand position or foot position or body position.
It's
But
basically the instructions or the
basically
sequence of
what
how
to
you
do
yeah.
while you're climbing.
It's like your plan when you climb. And when people give you beta, that they're kind of giving you the recipe of like how to climb a route. And sometimes you're strong enough to do a route, but you're not using the right sequence.
Or sometimes you need to use the right beta or sequence for you. Sometimes
Yeah, for your body type.
someone's beta will not work for you and your beta will not work for someone.
Yeah, for example, James is quite tall, so he can't give beta to a shorter person and vice versa.
Oh, B, do you know where the word beta came from?
Not actually sure, to be honest. I think that's something you need to research.
So,
Seems like a nice piece of climbing history.
I've done some research before. I don't know if this is like officially verified, but I heard that beta comes from the term beta max. I don't know.
What?
For the younger viewers out there, a beta max is basically an old version of like a USB. You basically record your videos on a beta max. And climbers would record their videos on a Betamax
And show it to other people.
and watch it to see what they can do or show it to other people.
Oh, nice! Nice move on women's 4. Beautiful move by Soy. Gets the zone. She's going for... Oh, what is she?
Is there a crimp there? I can barely
Crimping.
even see it.
Yeah,
There
there's
is
a tiny
little
blue crimp
on
there.
the volume.
Very nice. We have Shell Suarez on women's 1 and Liana Moore on women's 3. Shell trying to put her foot on the right pocket, finding it slippery. And Liana Mora trying to navigate the tricky section getting to the zone. Shell Suarez giving women's 1 another try. Oh, and another jump. Oh, and she gets the
Shin.
dyno.
First person to make the zone on
Soy
women's
Shin.
4 so far.
Looking very strong for the semifinals.
Squeezing that crimp on the blue volume.
Oh, that is not a great
That is a
hold.
difficult volume to catch
Yeah.
as it's sloping downwards on an already overhang wall. You need fantastic body position to actually make that stick.
Shout out to Bacolod climbers who are watching this live stream. Uh, the Bacolod rock climbing community is pretty awesome, and yeah, I just want to shout out to all you guys there.
Soi Shin on her third attempt, getting the zone once again.
I'm not sure if she needs to switch her foot there.
With 1 minute 30 left on the clock for these competitors. Shell Suarez having difficulty making it past the first section, while Soi Shin having difficulty getting to the volume.
Ooh, nice catch by Shell Suarez. Let's see if she's going to change her beta. She gets the side of the volume.
Liana looking comfortable up there, taking her time to get to the zone. Finding the best position for her hands and her feet. Less than 30 seconds left on the clock for these competitors. Liana making it to the zone. Soi Shin also at the zone. It seems like these competitors will make it backstage.
The angle of the walls really affects how, the kinds of climbing that these climbers do. So, as we've seen so far today in the qualifications for both men and women, it's like usually two powerful routes because of the angle. Usually numbers 2 and 3, and there's a very tricky slab as the fourth boulder, and slightly overhanging route for the first boulder.
All right, on women's number 1 is Sai Morata from the Philippines. She currently performed the best during the qualifying round out of the Philippine team. So let's see if she can.
Oh, very nice. Sticks the dyno. Demi trying to gain control, trying to stop her swinging to get to the crimp. A lot of core tension required to hit the foothold on the next volume.
The upper body strength of Demi. She seems so composed all the time while climbing.
Sai Morata getting
Kira finally.
Sai
almost
Morata
getting
going for
past
the
the
zone.
zone.
Oh, when she gets the zone, Sai gets the zone. And she's using the next pocket. Very interesting. Let's see if she can use that to get to the next right-hand pocket.
Almost gets it.
I think the way those pockets are angled makes them especially terrible. I mean, they're placed on a wall that's 60 degrees, Christoph was saying. We have Fira on women's 3, moving towards the zone. A lot of competitors have a problem getting past that. Very, very tricky because of the tiny, tiny, tiny footholds. And that handhold right there in the middle that's being brushed isn't great at all. It's very much a sloper. Even if there is an indentation, a dish-like indentation, it still sucks. Need lots of contact strength and to kind of position your hips
That's true.
into the wall.
Fear was almost able to get her left leg up on that sloper that everyone's been struggling to hold. It's a different approach compared to what Soi Yishin did earlier, where she almost threw to the higher hold. Let's see if her approach pays off.
While our girls are figuring out the puzzle pieces to their couch, asking my friends beside me, and Kobe over here, just wondering, how did you guys get into climbing?
Oh,
Fear getting her left leg up.
very
Finally
nice.
making it past the zone where everyone else has been failing.
Wow,
so
she
far, and
gets the top. Amazing top by Fira.
Amazing. Sai finally calling it quits. 20 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, they need to conserve their energy once again. All part of the strategy.
Mick trying to give it one last attempt with 10 seconds left and doesn't make it. For those who are wondering why the lineup is different from the qualifier round, they are going in at the order in which they performed during the qualifiers, with the highest scorers going in last.
And we have our next batch of athletes coming out from Team Philippines and Team Hong Kong. We have Joala, for women's 3, and we have Tong Tse Ching, Clara Tong from Hong Kong on women's 1. We have Liana Mora on women's 4. So this live stream is brought to you by Pilipinas Climbing, a non-profit organization dedicated to the promotion and development of sport and rock climbing across the country. Joala is on the tricky part, going to the zone. We've seen a lot of climbers fall here. And we see Clara Tong, kind of just chilling.
And making it to this. Oh, falling as she was holding the zone.
Ooh, interesting cross. Oh, very nice.
Holding on with
Wow.
the one pocket.
What finger strength.
Finger strength required for that is pretty insane.
Nice. She gets the down-facing volcano and is going for the zone. Gets the zone. Has a bit of time to shake off. And gets the right hand volcano. Wow, and she's using the left hand volcano as an intermediate hold to the lip.
Power being displayed right now is exceptional.
Ooh, very nice. She gets her heel up and she's going for the top. Gets the top.
Gets it with
Clara
ease.
Tong gets the top.
Was that a flash?
Let me double check the results. We don't have a leaderboard here, but we do have IFSC
Chel
results.info.
Suarez making it past the zone on women's 2.
Yeah, she got a flash. Clara Tong got a flash. Chel Suarez on women's 2. Ooh, very nice.
Oh, gets spit out by that first move.
In order to latch that, you do need your feet on the left gray volume. So you have some force pushing you to the right to make the gray volume positive for your hands. Here we have Joala on women's 3. Oh, nice.
Holding zone
Shell
on
gets the
women's
zone.
This is where she fell earlier. and
Oh,
That next hold that Chel was trying to get is not a good hold at all. It's
a bit downturn.
a bit downturn and it's very smooth. So you need to pinch it really hard in order to maintain your position.
Joala going for the zone.
You can see the determination in her eyes. As she has less than 30 seconds. She's trying to get the zone. This might be her last attempt at sending this problem.
There's 15 seconds on the clock right now. I think she just wants to get the zone. Chel Suarez going. Oh,
Chel
she
looking
gets
for the
it.
send.
Oh.
Doesn't make it. And Joanne getting the zone. Doesn't make it as well. Great effort from these ladies.
Great effort indeed. We have Pratiksha, number 7, bib number 7 on women's 1. Pratiksha Arun. On women's 3, we have Mikti Harris, and on women's 4, so Pratiksha's climbed a lot of boulders in India, in
Wow.
Hampi and River Rocks.
Going for that cross on that.
So I think she should be right at home in this powerful boulder.
It's fun to note that Pratiksha is the only representative for her country in this competition.
Oh, no, there are
in the
two.
women's,
Right.
yeah.
There's
And-
2 representatives from India.
How would that make you feel if you were the only representative for your country? I feel like that's a lot of pressure on your shoulders.
Well, I think it's a great chance to represent your country.
Yeah.
And it's really great the lengths they went to come here. They had just arrived during the registration. They were still carrying their bags.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they really came here to compete, and we love them for it. Thank you for coming. We have Sai Murata on women's 2, trying
Going
to
for
navigate.
a more static beta, it looks like.
Yep.
Trying to make use of that left hold before going for the right.
It's quite difficult to pull that one off, I think. There's a lot of, if you latch the right hold, there's a lot of swing there, I think.
And a lot of shoulder tension needed to stay on. It might be easier for a taller climber or a climber with like longer arms to land that move.
Nice campusing by Pratiksha,
Pratiksha
looking
with that
very strong.
cross on that undercling volcano.
And
Sorry, that underturned volcano, I mean.
She gets the zone. Well, number 13. Fira.
Fear on women's
Trying to
form.
get to the volume that gives a lot of people trouble. So I think consistently, we've seen that people have trouble in the cave. I think, because the angle is really intense. And the setters tend to love putting slopey holds there. So you're coming out of the cave, you're quite tired, and you're trying to latch onto these slopey holds. And when I say slopey, it means that these are not holds that are easy to hold on to. They require a lot of specific
They
body
have,
positioning.
no edge to really like crimp down on or...
Yeah, you have to slap them kind of with your whole hand and then try to put your center of gravity under that hold, which is a sloper. So it can be very taxing on the elbows, as Christoph mentioned a while ago.
And wrists, I think.
And
At least in
wrists.
my experience.
Right. Some people have wrist problems after holding slopers for way too long or putting too much weight on their hands. Fira going for it again. So she's using a lot of core tension there, a lot of left shoulder strength to try to use that small intermediate crimp and bump it to that
touches the
terrible
volume.
slopey volume. So we have Pratiksha at the zone again. Trying to go for that right
Makes
pocket,
it.
and she makes it. And I think she can get the lip. This is a send. Oh, quite difficult. That move is quite far, and keep in mind the angle of the wall. Requires a lot of power to make it from those two pockets to that lip.
But it seems like the setters were fairly generous on the type of hold they used because anyone who has reached it managed to stick it, right?
Oh, no, I think there was one
Oh, really?
that who hung on it for
Oh,
a bit.
yeah.
Yeah, that was Demi, I think.
Yeah, that was Demi. She was on it for like a minute and a half, I think.
Toe hooking and resting.
Yeah.
Really good try though. Really fought for the scent. Number 15, Mei Ling from Team Hong Kong is on Women's 1. We have Shell Suarez on Women's 3. Joanne Allo on Wall 4, or Women's 4 rather. And out of the picture, I think, is Clara Tong. So Shell having a good start here in Women's 3. Very nice switch foot. Going for the zone.
And slips off the
Everyone
foothold.
slips off there.
Yes.
Must
and
be
also the
terrible.
next one. They both look very hard to step on. Okay, Joanne making the zone.
Joala gets the zone. Wow, she's trying to get that higher crimp with her right foot. I think this is the first time we've seen that, Beta. Most competitors go for the lower crimp. Sorry, the lower foot jib. Oh.
Joanne trying to go for a feet first kind of beta.
Yeah,
Looks
she
like
needs
she's
to-
going
very
for the crimp
nice.
with her right. But You can see how much that exhausted her as she fell. She made a face that was like
Yeah.
an
She's pretty
exasperated
stressed.
face. Yeah.
Clara Tong on women's 2. And that is the beta, the dual hand catch for that. With the left foot on the left volume to provide some opposing force.
Yes.
Oh, very nice. She gets the zone. Is inching her way up
That
with a
strong
toe hook.
lock off.
Ah,
Great pinch strength.
great use of a toe hook there. And going for the top. Clara Tong gets the top.
It's the top. Makes quick
Amazing
work
work.
of the problem.
Shell Suarez starting women's 3. She needs to move gracefully here because a lot of people slip off that section going to the zone. Must be a really tiny hold. I don't think you can see it from the live stream, but that is a tiny, tiny jib on a bad angle. So we have May navigating the trickiness that is, or the burliness rather, that is women's 1. I think a lot of competitors, they initially try to use the heel or a toe on the right volcano, and eventually you realize, oh, it's not going to work. You should probably campus it.
That's
Interesting.
interesting. Getting the foot first into the downturned volcano.
Joala shaking off a bit. So when you climb, for those who are not climbers, who are just curious and watching on in the stream, when you climb, a lot of, I think, like lactic acid builds up in your arms. And so you need to shake off to kind of allow your blood to circulate and kind of, I think, eliminate some of the lactic acid. I'm not sure. I'm not a doctor, so I might be saying the wrong stuff. But basically, climbers need to shake off to recover. Oh, she's trying a figure
Going for
4
a
now.
Figure 4 to get to the crimp on the volume.
Honestly, a very kind of rare move to see in the gym. It has its uses.
Oh, but it
She's
looks
making
like
good
it
use
just
of
might
it.
work here.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh.
Just kind of
Think
sucks
of-
to
yeah,
fall while
Think
you're...
about figure 4s as if you fall, it's very hard to fall in a proper position.
Yeah.
You usually fall back first or butt first.
Right.
So it's a move to use in moderation.
Yeah, and only very specific use cases, I think. Awesome. We have our next batch of athletes coming out. We have number 16. Samantha Wong. We saw a strong performance by Samantha in the qualies. So I'm excited to see what we see, what we'll experience from her attempt on women's 1. We have Pratiksha Aaron on women's 2. And we have Silene on women's 3. Oh, very
Samantha
nice
Wong
climbing.
looking really smooth on that first move. Going feet first into the volcano.
I guess there's the tendency to want to try to bicycle it, but
Yeah, but
your other foot won't find anything.
look at that contact strength.
Very nice. Nice toe hook as well. Oh,
Making great use of her feet.
yeah, very efficiently climbing.
Sai already on the zone, slips off.
Bro,
Pratiksha.
Pratiksha going for the top. And she gets
Gets
it.
the top.
Very nice control of that swing. And another top. Another top by Samantha Wong. Wow, that was awesome.
Man, they topped those problems before we even knew what was going
Yeah,
on.
it was
The
like a
camera,
double top.
the
Yeah.
camera was having a hard time following them around.
Sai Murata going towards the zone. She really needs to put pressure on that foot. Mikta Harris on women's 4, fighting for her life.
A little over 2 minutes left on the clock.
Yeah,
It's
no
plenty
one has
of
stopped
time.
women's 4 yet.
Women's 4, yeah.
Yeah, no one has stopped it. All just zones. Silene giving it her best. Let's go, Sai.
She seemed unsure of what to do with the footholds on her previous attempt. She took some time, around 20 seconds, to really just look at a problem. Hopefully she falls off yet again with 1 minute and 30 left on the clock.
So again, take this time to talk about Pilipinas climbing. So being a Pilipinas climbing member gives you discounts from our partners. So if you want to help support the Philippine climbing community, go to climbing.org.ph/membership. Pilipinas Climbing is responsible for the selection and training of national athletes. By being a member, you help cultivate our national athletes, both current and aspiring ones. So Silene going for the zone again. Navigating this very tricky section that so far we've only really seen... Actually, we've only really seen one top so far.
Next set of competitors coming in.
And here we go.
All right.
Kuzu Mashiro, number 17 on women's 1. Maybe I should be saying wall 1.
Japanese climbers finally coming in. They were dominating earlier in the qualifiers. Let's see if they can perform as well on the semifinals.
We have Mailing number 15 on... oh, where'd she go? We have Clara Tong on wall 3. I think we'll see a quick flash of this by Kuzu Mashiro.
Yeah.
Very efficient movements there.
Getting to the zone.
Yeah, doesn't even need to use that left pocket.
Getting to the second to the last hold.
And I think she's
And the
just going to
campus
campus it.
into the final
Amazing,
problem.
amazing.
Crowd
Such
goes
power.
wild.
Very well done. A
And
flash.
we gotta start going to Japan and like trying their food there. There must be something in that food.
It's their food and their gyms. They have a really good setting in Japan.
They
By
are
setting, I
just so
mean
strong right
the
now.
way they set the problems in their gyms are
Yeah.
very educational and quite difficult. So Clara Tong here trying to navigate the tricky section where people keep on falling off. Trying to use that left jib for extra balance. Very nice, very
Very s-
controlled.
Looking solid while holding the zone. Hopefully she can get that foot switch, and she does. Now this is where most of our competitors are falling.
Yeah.
After holding the zone.
She really needs to put pressure in that right foot. That is a terrible hold, but yeah.
Almost makes it with the dynamic move.
But if she latches the second to the last hold, then that small jib will have served its purpose because the second to the last hold is pretty good.
Okay.
It's a large jutting kind of.
Shell
I
Suarez.
wouldn't exactly call it a jug, but it's a pretty good hold. Shell Suarez on women's 4. We'll see a dyno here.
Struggling to exit the cave. 2 minutes left on the clock for the competitors.
Mei Ling going for the dyno. Clara Tong trying out women's 3 yet again. But I think she got a pretty good beta last time.
Yep.
Using that left jib to stabilize herself, and pinching the right zone, and really putting pressure in that small foothold. This is slab climbing though. It's super tricky, and one wrong foot placement spells a trip down the elevator. Shell Suarez going for the exit on women's 4.
And it's really in slab climbing where power matters just a bit less, right? Because especially on the hands, you can't always save yourself, even though you have all the power in the world. Sometimes when the foot slips, there's no way to recover.
Yeah, most of your weight is really on your feet in slab climbing. So, and the handholds are usually really terrible. So even if you have like fingers of steel, you'd still fall down if you don't have enough
just like
pressure on your foot. She got it a while ago though.
30 seconds left.
Sure,
on the
she can
clock.
get it again.
She's trying to go for one last attempt for the top. Clara having difficulty with that first move on women's 2.
Clara Tong. Oh, the timer ran out. I think with just a bit more time, she could have gotten it. If you stick, I think if she sticks the dyno, I guess the dead point from the small foot chip, it's probably a top.
All right, first time on the wall is another competitor from Japan, Anon Matsufuji. The best performance in qualifying round. Let's see if she can pull that off in this semifinal.
Pratiksha Arun on women's 3, Sai Morata on women's 4, and Samantha Wong on women's 2. Wow, she gets the dyno on the first try. She gets the zone on the first try. Just needs to stabilize a little bit.
Looks like she's gonna make quick work of this problem, B.
The toe hook is the key there. On the left,
just one last
volume.
move. Make sure she's ready.
And she's going for a bit of a Some momentum. Very nice.
Almost makes
I was
it.
sure she would have gotten that, but I guess the swing out
The
was
swing out, yeah.
yes, way too much.
Matsufuji putting up a
Wow.
master class right now. With the
Wow.
campus to the finish.
That is amazing.
Man.
Pratiksha Arun going for the zone here. Good pressure on that left foot, but she's shaking a little. Pratiksha brushing that middle hold. So as you can see from the angle, it's really quite slopey. Samantha Wong going for her second attempt. This time I think she's going to get it. Just needs to control the swing. Use a lot of her core to counteract. Very
a lot
nice.
smoother this time around.
Back to Pratiksha in women's 3. Oh wow, that is quite a different beta. Just don't know how she's going to navigate her way with her foot there. She really needs to get it on that tiny jib. Oh, she's going for a mantle.
Yeah.
Very.
It seems like
That's a
that
great
seems like it's the way
beta.
to go. Look at
Oh.
the power she needed on her right wrist to maintain that position.
Right.
But that seems like it was the way to go. That looked like the cleanest beta for me so far.
I wonder though, because for the second to the last hold, you would need to use probably your left hand
Yeah.
to latch that one. And if your left hand is mantling,
Sai struggling to catch the zone on the exit. Okay. Competitors taking one more look at their problem as we have 1 minute left on the clock. Just in time
Pratiksha
for
going for another
one or
attempt.
two attempts at most.
Sai taking some time to read the route before probably her last attempt. I wonder if she's going for the
Pratiksha going for
same
the same
mantle beta. Very nice. Very creative. Oh, beautiful!
that's beautiful.
So it was a right hand. Very beautiful.
Adjusting her right foot. She just needs her right hand to support her a bit more.
Nice. She gets the top.
That was great. That is awesome.
That was one of the more interesting betas we've seen. I think she's only the. How many people have topped this problem? I think
she
she's
might
just
be
the
the
second.
Yeah, the second person to top this problem.
Yeah, the mantle beta is really awesome.
Yeah. It showcases her flexibility and her ingenuity, actually, just to think of that, because normally people wouldn't switch to a mantle if the hold is that high still.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, number 17, Mashiro Kuzu on women's 2. Getting some brushing in before going for an attempt. Yeah, we are down to our last set of competitors. No more new entries on women's 1.
Kuzu Mashiro on women's 2 easily gets the double latch dyno. Gets the zone. And this looks like a convincing top.
Quick work on that problem.
Easy. Very nice.
30 seconds done, you know?
Yeah.
It's insane.
You have Team Hong Kong here. So taking a look at our statistics
One-handed
now.
catch. That was great.
No one has topped women's four yet. No one has topped this one yet. So
Yeah.
let's see if Clara Tong can pull this off. Oh wow! It's heel to the crimp. Ah. Mei Ling also not doing too bad. But Clara is really fighting for that. She wants the flash.
Also,
Oh,
it looked like she tried to go for the manto beta as well.
Right.
But, her foot gave out before she could start her movement. Both competitors losing their flash attempt. But with plenty of time left on the clock for Ascend.
yeah, they need to take their time, figure out their beta. I think especially for women's four, a top here could mean a lot in the rankings in order to make it to finals. So we'll only have 6 competitors, if I recall correctly, making it out of semifinals to go into finals. So I think the winner or the top athletes here, the top ranked ones, will have to finish women's four. Mei Ling going for another attempt of women's 3. Let's see if she can keep that foot on that crappy jib. Using the foot bait on the zone to stabilize, then switching to her hands. She's moving her hands up to a better pinch position, and maybe she's going for a mantle.
No, it doesn't look like a mantle at this point. I
Yeah,
feel like she's
it's
going
like a
to
side
throw
Oh,
and miss.
Clara Tong from Team Hong Kong still using that heel beta.
Trying to get her foot in before going for the slopey volume.
Yeah, she's trying to. Oh wow, that's
Going for a quick bump, it looks like.
wow, and
makes
she
it.
gets it. It's the first one to get that hold.
And that hold we call the butt, as she's holding on to the butt, making her way to the last hold, trying to find a good
Very
foot position.
nice. That is a very slopey hold. That is a very slopey hold that she's holding right now.
Crowd.
Oh! Farthest to
So
go up
close.
women's four. Very strong.
That would have
Clara
been
Tong.
such a big win for her, as no one has been able to top this problem yet.
Exactly. Mei Ling going for the zone.
B, I dare say this is the highest level of competition we've ever seen in this country.
Yeah, it's awesome that we have this, and I
Yes.
hope it's not the last. Love to see a lot more of these happen. We learned a lot from watching these very strong climbers climb. Get inspired.
This just inspires me to try harder, train more. I mean, like, you don't see it, but these athletes have put countless hours into mastering their sport.
Yeah. Again, Team Hong Kong told me they were training like 6 days a week for this. Pretty crazy. If you think about it, that's more time than you spend at your job, right? Real determination. And it shows on the wall. It shows how much practice
Shows,
you put
it
in.
definitely shows. Okay. Anon Matsufuji taking her time, size of the problem, just like her fellow countryman Mashiro Kuzu. It looks like she's going for a flash. All 3 competitors taking their time
Samantha
to
Wong.
read the route.
getting up women's 3. She's had a very good competition today. And if she can get this, if she can flash this, she'll be up there.
Oh. Anon already at the second to the last hold.
I would be surprised if she didn't
Yeah,
make this.
makes quick
very
work of this
easy.
problem as well.
So, to everyone listening, I say easy, but it really isn't. It just looks easy because they're just that strong. That's the product of hundreds or thousands of hours of training. Pratiksha getting the foot stab there and going for the crimp and trying to campus it instead. That's a very interesting decision. Samantha Wong. Samantha Wong going for... Oh, she misses the lip.
Wow, Samantha Wong topping 2 out of 3 problems so far.
If she can top this, she'll be leading. Pratiksha on women's 4, going for the dyno again. Boom.
And that's a beautiful catch.
That is.
I don't know what to say. Like, that is a beautiful catch.
Wow, she's really going for
The
the
upper
the
body
campus
strength
there.
that she's displaying right now is,
It's amazing.
yeah.
But I think it's too difficult to... There we go. That's awesome. Using that heel hook to take some weight off so she can crimp that tiny crimp.
Ah, can't seem to make the bump off the crimp. So she's sitting down, recomposing herself. Maybe rethinking her approach.
Yeah, I think she's using too much power trying to campus that tiny crimp. Samantha Wong going for it again. She gets this top. She might just be the current. She might be the currently leading competitor, but keep in mind we still have the 2 Japanese powerhouses, with uncounted, with untried routes.
Yeah. Samantha Wong struggling at that zone.
She's asking for one of our brushers to brush the holds. Must be slippery because we're at the tail end right now of the semifinals. Lots of climbers have climbed these, or lots of attempts have been made on these walls. Pratiksha going for the heel. This
40
time,
seconds
she's
left
not
on the clock
campusing
for
it.
both competitors. This might be her last attempt at the top. Also for Samantha Wong, this might be her last attempt to finish the problem. Pratiksha calling it quits, I think, for this problem. Great performance. Okay,
Samantha needs to just get pressure on that right foot. Oh,
and doesn't make it.
great attempt, great attempt.
Yeah.
That hold is just evil. That foothold just looks evil. But I'd love to see how the Japanese climbers fare there. Very good footwork.
Pratiksha finishing with 2 tops and 2 zones.
Mailing number 15 on wall 4. Kuzu Mashiro on wall 3, women's 3. She's brushing the holds.
Yeah, one thing I noticed about these Japanese climbers, they like to brush their own holds as they're like reading it. I think it's more of a mental thing for
Right.
them, right?
And if you want it done right, do it yourself, right?
Yeah.
Very good decision to brush those holds though, because with slab climbing, every tiny bit of friction counts or helps.
I feel like it helps them get more intimate with the holds as
Right.
well. In a way, they're like touching the holds before even like starting.
That's true. Even if they can't feel them, I guess there might
Yeah.
be some psychological help there.
Yeah.
Oh, going for the
a
mantle.
Yeah. But a reverse mantle. Oh,
Oh.
no! Loses the flash
So
attempt.
I think for the mantle to work there, the palm has to be facing probably into the wall. If it's facing a bit to the right, you saw how her hand
It
kind of
slipped
slid
down.
up.
It slipped down, yeah.
I think Pratiksha was doing it with her fingers facing outwards and
yeah.
her palm facing towards the wall.
It feels like if you look at the hold, there is a bit more surface that is more positive going outward.
Right.
So Kuzu might have misread that.
Oh, very nice. She sticks the swing this time. Mei Ling trying to get that foot stab. I think the best we've seen is the heel hook beta there on the zone to get to the next hold, but it's very flexibility dependent. I feel that foot stab though looks really heavy from that position going to that slopey hold.
1 second, look. Mashiro Kuzu
Oh,
with her
nice.
foot on the zone, making it past the zone.
Very nice. She just needs to get that foot up, 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 and away. And very
Look at that
controlled.
balance. It looks like she's going to be the third person sending this problem.
Just like doing ballet on the wall. Very nice.
With this, Mashiro Kuzu, I think, secures herself
as first place for now. For now.
Yep.
We still have a couple more boulders they need to climb, but let's see who comes out on top. We have 2 minutes left, and Mei Ling is taking a bit of time, I think, to rest, because that's pretty powerful, doing that dyno again and again and again. So dyno is dynamic movement. It's when you have to kind of jump to reach the next hold, and sometimes, or all the time, your feet and your hands leave the wall.
Okay, Mei Ling going for the zone. Gets it with ease.
Oh, is she going to try? Oh, she's doing a figure four.
Figure four.
Wow. And nice, she's using her heel. Okay, I think this is going to work.
It feels like that heel was resting on her fingers.
Yeah.
So she couldn't navigate out of it.
So that's the problem
But that
sometimes
figure
with
four
heel.
looks like it was a very effective move in this situation.
I'm not sure
Oh.
though. She needs to untangle herself,
Yeah.
so that wastes quite a bit of energy. She's really fighting for it. She has 50 seconds left.
And it's her last problem for the day. I think she's gonna give it all she has. You can see the fatigue on her face, but she has one last attempt left in her. 35 seconds left on the
This is
clock.
going to be tight. It's going to be very tight, but she still can get the top. She just needs to move through the zone section quickly and get the series of slopers going to the last hold.
All right.
Very nice. Nice control of the swing. Oh, and she's going for a dynamic approach. Wow. Let's go.
Wow.
Ooh, nice attempt. Very valiant attempt. No more time on the clock, so she has to take a bow.
Walking away with a smile, though.
That's how everyone should compete. That's how every competition
Yeah.
should be. People should walk away with a smile.
You need to enjoy what you're doing.
Exactly.
Okay. With that, Mei Ling finishes with. Where is she? 2 zones and no tops.
All right, here the Japanese powerhouses.
Let's see if she can get a flash where her countryman has failed.
So best so far on.
TV, I
women's
told you,
three.
these Japanese climbers, they love to brush their own problems.
Yeah, I think it is a good practice.
Yeah, it is a good practice.
Some would say, you know, you use a bit of energy brushing, but I don't think it's really that much energy.
And you can really see it in their mindset where they're like, I don't need to conserve energy. I'm only going to do this in one attempt. Because they really take their time. They spend a whole minute sizing up the problem. So it really shows that they're not like trying to buy time, you know?
Yeah, that's
It's
right.
just one attempt for them. And I think that's a great mentality to have when competing.
Yeah, that's where the score is. Doing
Yeah.
it once,
Yeah.
doing it right the first time. Oh, wow.
Second competitor to get that volume.
Samantha Wong. Samantha
Hands on the
Wong. I
butt
think
right
that is
now.
she's going for the flash. She may be able to get this. Oh! The crowd goes wild. Such a heartbreak. That was an amazing. It would have been an
That
amazing
would have
flash.
been so great.
Really sick flash.
Anon Matsufuji also missing her flash attempt.
It ain't over till it's over, as Rocky likes to say.
That just goes to show how hard these problems are. These girls are the best of the best right now, and you know, to see them like really struggle, it's something else.
Actually, Christoph was saying, so before you get into the World Cup, you need to top the Asian Cup or the like Continental Cups.
Yeah.
So these climbers are extremely strong, but they still need to rise to the top in these
Wow.
Continental Cups to be accepted into as a
Yeah.
new competitor in the world circuit. So level of competition with climbing is really crazy. The sport has really exploded over the last few years. So it's amazing. It's nice to see people climbing at such a high level. So second attempt here.
Wow.
Oh, she's struggling here. I'm surprised. I would have thought that
All
Matsufuji
eyes
Anon.
on Matsufuji as she almost flashed all problems during the qualies.
Samantha Wong going for it again. Nice, very
Getting the
nice
volume.
bump. That was an amazing bump. Holding the hold known as the butt sloper.
Butt sloper. And going for the last hold.
She can
Gets
stick
it
it.
this time.
Very convincing.
First person to
Looks at the crowd.
send this women's floor.
Looks at the crowd as if to say, I got it, and she got it.
I'm awesome.
Matsufuji
Kneel
Anon.
before me, mortal.
Matsufuji Anon going for the sand attempt. She has a minute, so she probably has around 2 more attempts left.
Wow. Samantha Wong finishing with 3 tops and 1 zone.
Amazing,
Currently in
amazing
first place.
catch. Very nice.
Anon Matsufuji with this also secures herself in at least a top 6.
Yeah, I think they have the same amount of tops and zones, but the difference will be in the attempt. Let's wait for the leaderboards to update. And yeah, she was our last competitor, last athlete to come out right now, Matsufuji Anon. Let's wait and see what our MCs have to say.
Yeah. Kuzu Mashiro in 2nd place and Anon Matsufuji in 3rd place, and they still have 1 more problem to go.
Oh, right. Yeah, they haven't climbed the women's 4 just about yet, so they're going to come out. My bad. 2-1, and they're coming out of the big beehive
Okay.
curtain.
Kuzu Mashiro. All she needs to do is get a flash to secure her a zone in one attempt to secure herself in at least second place. You know,
Wow.
and if she gets a flash in this attempt, will be the first placer uncontested.
It's amazing seeing this level of climbing. Really elevates the whole. I think everyone watching here will go home with like a bit of inspiration
Yeah.
on how strong you can actually get in this sport.
I feel like doing pull-ups already.
Okay, let's see.
And gets the zone, securing that
Kuzu
second spot.
Mashiro getting the zone in the first attempt.
Campusing
Wow.
towards a crimp. Gets the slopey volume on her first try. It looks like she will get a convincing top on her first attempt.
Power level over
Secures
9,000.
The first place for semifinals with that flash.
Very nice work.
With 3 minutes and a half left on the clock.
Very convincing flash. So we have a short segment with our hosts here, Tax and Ikai. We'll switch over the audio to the MCs for now.
All right, that energy, I am receiving that. Thank you so much. So, are you seeing the semifinals round? Are you more psyched to start climbing tomorrow or maybe Monday once again? Can I hear a yes or no? Is anyone excited to climb once again after seeing these competitors send these routes? Yes, rock and roll. Okay, me too. I am looking forward to feeling my oats and training. Maybe enjoying a little bit of the climb as if I am competing the same with these ladies right here. All right.
So as we mentioned earlier, this will be the final event for today. And tomorrow we will start with the men's semifinals at 10 a.m. So please take note for those who have bought tickets for the second day. If you are here, then be here by 10 a.m. Yeah.
So, in the meantime, I will be pulling in a lady from our crew and assisting Miss Thea Sase. So I would like to ask how she's doing and how she feels about the comp today.
I'm doing fine. It's really nice to be able to see the climbers that we've been seeing when we're watching YouTube. So we actually see Matsu Fuji. We've seen her in World Cups. It's very inspiring.
Yeah. Basically, we're fangirling up in here. Kind of really excited about that. All right, so we got a few seconds before the next climber will be preparing for their attempt here in the mats. So, again, I'd like to thank everyone for coming here and staying with us this whole day. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay? And I'm looking forward to having maybe a similar or even better energy tomorrow for the semis and the finals of the IFSC Asian Championship, Asian Cup. Excuse me.
Are we back? And we're back. Our last climb, not. And we're back with our last climber
And
on the
Matsufuji.
last climb.
Let's see if
So-
she can get a flash on this like her teammate.
Yeah, if Anon flashes this, she will be number 2 in this. She'll take second, well, not really second place, but yeah, second place in the semifinals. Right now, Kuzu Mashiro, whatever Anon does, is already going to is already secured in first place.
Starting the problem at 4 minutes 15.
She's really going to do her best to get the flash here. Extra effort to get the flash. But she only really needs to top it
Solid catch at the zone.
to be number 2.
Campuses it just like Kuzu.
Very nice.
Making easy work of this problem so far. Oh,
Finds the positive part of the butt sloper there.
oh no!
That is a
Slips
heartbreak.
off the volume.
Well, whatever she does, she's already guaranteed a slot in the finals.
Yes. Of course, that's never enough for our athletes, right?
Yeah, I guess if you have the competitive
Yeah.
spirit, you just
The-
really want to
the
do your
reason
best
they're
all
they're
the time.
this good today is because of that competitive spirit.
That's true.
They only settle for the best, basically.
Taking a beat here, I think she's really, really kind of error correcting.
Making
beta.
sure she's in top form for her second attempt. Making
Yeah.
sure there's no fatigue.
It was just an unfortunate heel slip. Not enough pressure on the heel a while ago to keep her on the wall. It is a bit downturned, so she does need to take extra care in putting a lot of weight on that heel.
Man, she's making that sloper catch look easy. Well, no one else could get it earlier.
Yeah, that was like the
Okay.
boss level of this.
Using a toe instead of a
semifinals.
heel this time and
Ah.
gets the top.
The right tool for
with
the job.
ease.
Amazing work. Amazing work.
Securing the second spot in the semifinal round. She seems pretty happy with herself, yeah?
Who wouldn't be?
Yeah, I would be.
Yeah.
Semi-final rounds for the female category. Thank you everybody for coming, and I hope to see you guys tomorrow on Sunday at 10 a.m. Now, I'd like to thank, the following sponsors for this event. I'd like to thank Tendon Philippines, Incurvo, Lock and Lock, 8A Performance, Boone Technical Clothing, Swift Travel and Tours, Red Bull Gives You Wings, Super, and Pilipinas Climbing Association.
And we would also like to thank all our staff, the judges, the volunteers, the setters. Even now that the competition is done, everyone is still very busy here preparing for tomorrow. For those who are wondering, that don't, sorry. So after the men's semifinals, we will have the finals for both women's and men's afterwards. So if you so we'll still get to see our female competitors tomorrow, but sadly only the top 6, so we won't be able to see everyone. But I'm sure they will perform at a very high level tomorrow. And the results. If you want to see the results, you can check them on ifsc.results.info. Again, 10 a.m. tomorrow, the start of the men's semifinals.
All right, and with that, have a good evening and see you all tomorrow.